February 28, 2026, 9 in the morning in Tehran. People heading to work, children walking to school, and then the sky tears open. Hundreds of missiles and fighter jets strike the Iranian capital at once. In the first hours, the supreme leader of Iran, a man who ruled for 35 years, is dead. His top national security official Ali Larijani dead. The head of the besieged force Gholam Reza Soleimani dead. The entire top of Iran's command structure wiped out in hours. This is what the world now calls the beginning of Operation Epic Fury, and as of today, it is still going. To understand why this happened, you need to go back to June 2025. That month, Israel and the United States launched what became known as the 12-Day War, striking Iranian nuclear and military facilities between June 13th and June 24th. Iran fired back with massive missile and drone attacks. President Trump claimed the strikes completely and totally obliterated Iran's nuclear program. But U.S. intelligence assessments told a different story. The setback may have only been months, not years. Iran's knowledge, its scientists, its ambition, none of that was destroyed. By late 2025, Iran was already unraveling from the inside. Nationwide protests erupted starting around December 31st. According to the human rights activist news agency, at least 6,221 people were killed in the crackdown. Amnesty International and Human Rights Watch documented waves of killings between December 28th and January 3rd alone. The economy was collapsing. Inflation hit 68.1% by February 2026, according to reports tracked by Al-Hurra. The Iranian rial fell to around 1.62 million to a single US dollar. Over 32 million people, nearly a third of the population, were living below the poverty line. Bakeries couldn't accept electronic payments. Bread shortages triggered panic buying. Then came February 28th. The United States and Israel launched coordinated strikes across Iran. Iran fired back with 591 ballistic missiles during the conflict, spending an estimated $4.7 billion on that campaign alone. It targeted U.S. bases, the UAE, Israel, and even struck Bahrain, but its retaliation faded fast. Here is something most people are not talking about. Joe Kent, the director of the U.S. National Counterterrorism Center, resigned in protest. His words were direct. He said Iran posed no imminent threat to our nation, and it is clear that we started this war due to pressure from Israel and its powerful American lobby. That resignation barely made headlines. On March 13th, U.S. forces bombed more than 90 Iranian military sites on Karg Island, Iran's main oil export hub, though oil infrastructure was reportedly spared. By mid-March, Israel killed Ali Larijani and Gholam Reza Soleimani in an overnight strike, gutting what was left of Iran's leadership. And the damage goes beyond military targets. Airstrikes hit the Qajar-era Golistan Palace. Two historic palaces in Isfahan, Chehel Sotun and Masjid-e-Jame, were damaged. Prehistoric caves near the Khorramabad Valley, dating back roughly 63,000 years, were struck. Iran's Foreign Minister Abbas Araghchi called the strikes a reckless violation of the UN Charter and international law. UNESCO and international heritage agencies are now documenting the destruction. Inside Iran, the regime has responded to all of this not with reform, but with harder repression, mass arrests, accelerated executions on spying charges, wider surveillance. UN Special Rapporteur Mai Sato reported on the alarming human rights situation. But the protests haven't stopped. Shopkeepers in Tehran's Grand Bazaar have shut their doors. Labor unions, students, and ordinary workers are joining what is becoming a broad coalition of dissent. Iran has now threatened to expand its target list to include economic centers and foreign tech company offices tied to the United States and Israel. The war is not contained. It is spreading in ways no one fully controls. The question nobody can answer is what comes next. A country with 68% inflation, a gutted military command, a new and untested leader in Leader Khamenei, and a population that was already in revolt before the first bomb fell. The knowledge to build a nuclear weapon still exists. The scientists still exist, and the motivation to build one is now stronger than it has ever been. History is being written right now, and this story is nowhere near over.